the channel Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my movie reviews. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for tuning in, stopping by and checking it out. You've come in at a really good time. We're actually just wrapping up Sci Fi July. That's right. Usually on my channel I will look at horror films, but this month I wanted to do something different. So I've been looking at sci-fi films that are based on Earth, but obviously with sci-fi involved. I do like sci-fi and I wanted to keep it sort of grounded. This week, wrapping it up, and yes, I know there is one more week in the month. It's one more day in July. I'll touch on what I'm doing there at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Anyway, we are looking at The Faculty from 1998, directed by Robert Rodriguez. This film stars Jordana Brewster, Clea Duvall, Laura Harris, Josh Hartnett, Salmahayek, Famke Janssen, Elijah Wood, Robert Patrick, and many more. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this film, firstly, I want to thank all my new subscribers and of course my existing subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey while we look at films that I really do enjoy and of course some that I don't enjoy so much. Let's find out where this one lies. Pretty sure you can tell already. But now, obviously I will be discussing plot specifics and spoilers, so if you haven't seen this film, came out in 1998. Do yourself a favour, go check it out. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Anyway, set in a small Ohio town, The Faculty follows a group of high school students who suspect that their teachers have been taken over by extraterrestrial beings, and as the plot unfolds, the group of misfits must band together and save themselves and their classmates and the world from this sinister alien invasion. Now, I went through the cast. That's just a few of them. Look at the cast. Just look at it. A great cast. This film boasts a very talented ensemble of young actors, and some of whom went on to become big Hollywood names like Elijah Wood, Josh Hartnett, Jordana Brewster's been in the Fast and the Furious films, Salmahayek, Famke Janssen, they went on to do huge roles. And look, the entire cast all deliver solid performances. The young teenage actors, they do capture the essence of teen angst and also camaraderie. And that can be seen in some of the scenes where they're, bonding. And that to me, I kind of felt that in the film. It felt like they were friends. It felt like they were having fun while doing it. They weren't just acting for a job. They were enjoying themselves. And you can feel that on the screen. And each of the actors bring their own distinct personality to their respective roles. And the chemistry on the screen is palpable. You can feel it there. Their performances do elevate this material, and it makes the characters feel relatable and believable. But I also want to steer away from the younger actors and look at Robert Patrick. Man, this is one of his best performances since the T-1000. His character was menacing. He was scary. His demeanor was just so... Any moment you could feel he was just going to snap and... Anyway. Great performance. Directing and writing... It's Robert Rodriguez. When has he not done anything that's not good? Now, this film is a bit different. Okay, it's not the usual sort of style film where it's... a lot of his films are action-based and they're fast-paced. This is action-based and it is fast-paced, but it's not shoot-'em-up action. It's a very different style. And this film blends different genres. It offers a mix of action, suspense, humour, horror, and even a touch of romance. I actually do think this film blends sci-fi and horror really well with a touch of action in it. Robert Rodriguez, he injects his distinct signature visual style into it. And this is often characterized by bold colors and innovative camera work. And like I mentioned, while he doesn't do that as much in this with the camera work, he does a really good job, and it does give it a distinct personality and enhances the overall impact of the film. It it combines, action sequences with, clever dialogue and, some really well written characters. And that comes from Kevin Williamson, who, well, he's went on, well, not as he went on, but he has done some of the most prolific horror movies or well-known recent horror films. Yeah, look at Scream, like, he's pretty much responsible for that. Yeah, with Wes Craven, of course. He's done other films as well. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it's Kevin Williamson. Google it, IMDb, look it up. He is a really, I think one of the more recent ones he did was Sick. Now, look, I'm not going to delve too deeply into that. I liked it, but it wasn't his best. I think Scream and this, top tier. Anyway, the pacing of this film is brisk. It ensures the audience is engaged while you're watching it. It tackles a lot of themes which a lot of us will, find familiar. Teenage angst, social hierarchies, identity struggles are all part of the themes in this film, and they're explored within the framework of an alien invasion. And whilst that may not resonate, the alienation of the characters may resonate with some of the film's target audience. Now, this film, upon release, was targeted at adolescents navigating their own complex worlds. Looking back on it, you can still feel that sort of, I kind of get that, as you navigated through your own high school experience. I know, a bit different from Australia to America, but I still believe the same teenage feelings are worldwide. Now, this approach does add a bit of depth to the story because we can relate to it, and it does make it more than just your standard run-of-the-mill sci-fi film. Now, the effects. Look, the special effects, considering the age of this film, hold up surprisingly well. The CGI is more noticeable, of course, because this film is, 25 years old? It does sort of, it is missing a bit, but it's still pretty good. The practical effects, on the other hand, look really good. The design of the alien is fantastic, and when you actually see it, like the actual alien, not the CGI style, but the actual physical effect, looks good. Like, it's really well done. The creature design is creepy. The way it changes, the tentacles, it's pretty good. Like I said, the practical effects are good. CGI, it's still good, but it's dated. Yeah. Now, there is another part to this movie that I wanted to focus on, and it's going to get an extra point for this. So no matter what score it gets, an extra point on top. It can get a 0, it's going to get a 1. It gets it. And that is the soundtrack. This soundtrack is just amazing. It features a mix of popular 90s alternative rock that really, when you listen to it and you pick up on those songs, it immerses you in that era. And for me, someone who grew up in that era, man, I love the music in this. In fact, I love it so much I've got the soundtrack. There you go. It's, actually really good. I haven't opened this in a long time, so this is our first time opening in probably quite some time, and I can't even get the cover out, but if memory serves correct, and it does, look at that. Some of the cool scenes of that are on there as well. You've got full, look, absolute banger of a soundtrack, so no matter what, this movie gets a point for that. Anyway, rewatchability. Look, The Faculty is not without its flaws. The plot can feel predictable at times, and some of the characters lack a bit of depth. They're more stereotypes rather than fully developed individuals. That's not the entire cast. That's some of the cast. Nevertheless, these shortcomings are really overshadowed by the film's overall entertainment value. And it is a very entertaining film. It is just a fun film. It ticks all the right boxes and just keeps you entertained throughout. So overall, The Faculty is a really enjoyable movie, and it does successfully blend a whole mix of genres, gives you an engaging story. It's an extremely talented cast, stylish direction, and it's got a whole lot of charm that make it a standout entry into the 90s teen horror genre. So whether you're a fan of science fiction, horror, or you just want a dose of 90s teen angst, The Faculty is definitely worth a watch. It's a bit of a nostalgia trip for some of us, and it does capture the spirit of a bygone era. It's sure to bring back fond memories for those who grew up with similar films like myself, and yeah, if the music is there for you, wow, like I said, great soundtrack. Overall, this film for me gets a 7.5 out of 10, but because of the soundtrack, it goes up to an 8.5 out of 10 for The Faculty. Now, there you have it. That is my review of The Faculty, but like I say, these are my opinions on the movie. I want to hear what you thought of this movie. Have you seen it? What do you think? Am I talking shit? Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this film. Thank you very much for watching. If you could, please do give this video a thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated, and it does help with that whole YouTube algorithm thing. Of course, subscribe to my channel would be great. Click that notification bell, that way you're notified every time I do release a new video. At this stage, it is every Monday and Tuesday with 60-second reviews Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Difference between those days: Mondays are a theme day, Tuesday is To Be Tuesday, and then I do 60-second reviews Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So check them out. And like I said, there is an extra day in this month where I really haven't got a movie planned. So, I thought I might jump on live. So if anyone's watching this and they do want to jump on, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, just send me a message, leave a comment down below, let me know. I'll let you know what time, try and work something out. Do a bit of a live stream, talk shit, look at some movies, I've got some new movies I do want to show off, so I'll probably show them off then, so there you have it. But look, I'm rambling now, so thank you very much for watching. Do remember, if you haven't seen this one, check it out, it's definitely worth it. Thanks for watching, have a great day.